Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the main room for the closing ceremony Iconic 2021. And for now, we are going to hear testimony from the representative of the participants Iconic 2021. So without any delay, the first participant will be Mr. Joshua Jolly. Mr. Joshua Jolly, are you there? Are you ready to deliver some testimony about this conference?
Yes,
Okay,
thank you very much.
please.
Saya Joshua Jolly Sucanta Cakranegara, salah seorang panelis yang berkesempatan untuk mempresentasikan makalah saya, presentasi saya pada hari ini. Sangat berterima kasih kepada panitia International Conference on Indonesian Culture 2021. Saya sangat mengapresiasi bahwa konferensi internasional tahun ini dapat berjalan dengan baik dan lancar, dan secara khusus juga saya berterima kasih kepada para panelis yang lain, juga para pemantik diskusi, para pembicara di sidang pleno, dan semua kita yang terlibat, sehingga saya kira diskursus yang kita hadirkan dalam konferensi internasional tahun ini sangat menarik, sangat relevan untuk ditindaklanjuti di kemudian hari. Jadi saya kira terima kasih sekali lagi atas kesempatannya yang sangat menarik, sangat berharga, dan semoga kita bisa berjumpa dalam kesempatan selanjutnya. Terima kasih, salam sehat selalu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. And then we are going to hear some testimonials also from Miss Asmawita Fitri. Hello, Miss Asmawita.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hello.
time is yours.
You can call me Fitri. Well, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to give a little bit a word or sentence to these events. And thank you very much for the iconic committee that has been organized this great event. And I hope this event will not be last forever. It will be maintained regularly every year. And actually, I just want to say something about what I have done and I have presented in this event is really, really amazing, because it's just opened my knowledge and also my informations about how the cultures could be maintained for us and could be spread in all over the world. And by time to time that I attend the panel discussions, and it's very interesting because we will know about, for example, the cultures of one religions, one ethnics to another ethnics, and also about the certain things that we have never heard before, but then we know it. And I hope after this conference we could make the journal or the article or presenting books, but it's not only like lecture, because I was there in last year too, but maybe it will be more like making a book or something like that for one topic to one topics, because every topic has a very, very great idea, and it should be delivered to another generations or other people. And the other things that I want to say is like, maybe I have a little bit like quote. It's like, your cultures is your history. So if you want to maintain your culture, so you have to know your history. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miss Fitri, for the testimony. It was great. I do really agree as well with your testimony, because yeah, this event really spread so many good things, so many great values, and hopefully it will be spread all over Indonesia and also to the world, hopefully. All right. The next testimony we are going to hear is from Mr. Heri Santoso. Okay, time is yours.
Oke, selamat sore semuanya. Terima kasih untuk semua panitia dan para narasumber dan juga teman-teman panelis. Saya dapat bergabung pada acara Iconic tahun 2021 ini. Jujur ini acara pertama yang saya ikuti, Iconic yang pertama yang saya ikuti. Dan terima kasih juga karena abstrak saya telah diterima dan saya dapat memaparkan paparan saya. Dan di sini saya juga mendapatkan banyak sekali informasi, ilmu tentang budaya dan hal-hal terkait budaya dari teman-teman semuanya yang sebelumnya saya juga tidak tahu sekali, dan sekarang saya sudah mengetahuinya dan banyak sekali inovasi yang diberikan oleh teman-teman semuanya. Dan semoga acara ini tetap berlangsung di tahun-tahun selanjutnya dan tetap sukses selalu untuk semua orang-orang yang terlibat di dalam acara Iconic ini. Terima kasih, selamat sore.
Thank you very much, Mr. Harry. I do really hope as well that this event, this conference will be organized yearly, yeah? Okay, once again, thank you very much, Mr. Harry.
Most welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned before the parallel panel session, we have 5 goodie bags for selected participants who have published their moments with Iconic 2021 Twiban. So now I would like to announce the winner. They are @Sita_Afril, @Rani_Christy, @Faridwin, @Radita, and @Harry Santoso. Once again, I'm going to repeat once again. @Sita_Afril, @Rani_Christy, @Faridwin, @Radita, and @Harry Santoso. Congratulations for all the winner, yeah? And now I also would like to inform that we still have 5 more goodie bags for parallel panel session participants that we have chosen. They are Muhammad Alnoza and Leslie Citra Pertiwi from the topic 1. From topic 4, Asmawita Fitri, and from topic 5, Dita Saraswati and Pitagora Purwanti. And for all the winner, you can drop your name, your phone number, and also your address at Zoom chat room. Ladies and gentlemen, to sum up, now I would like to invite Professor Pujo Semedi from Universitas Gadjah Mada to give his summary. Professor Pujo Semedi, are you there with us?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay, Professor Pujo, time is yours.
Thank you very much. Okay, dear participants, please allow me as member of the Iconic Steering Committee to read the review of the ideas that we have discussed in the conference. Keynote speech from Professor Udasmoro stressed how the corona pandemic opens up new spaces that provide opportunities for upward social mobility and the participation of the marginalized in the production process. A similar view is brought forward by Afrizal Malna, how historically natural disaster and pandemic serve as a signs of an era that lead to a more advanced concept, knowledge and theoretical framework for us to better understand our world and our life. How could these seemingly paradoxical opportunities take place? Heri Dono and Budi Irawanto shows how during the COVID-19 pandemic, when everyone had to be confined at home and workplaces, artists and art performers were actually more creative and more innovative. The pandemic gives them space and time for deeper reflection and produce work of higher quality than prior to the pandemic. For artists and cultural activists, crisis and uncertainty are actually something they always face in their work. Therefore, a pandemic for artists and cultural workers is a normal work and even a time of work that is based on strong reflective process. On the other hand, the use of social media and digital technology allows various forms of exhibition to be conducted online, so that exhibition visitors can really enjoy the work displayed. At the same time, sales of artworks have actually increased compared to the time before pandemic. Reduction in face-to-face social contact during the pandemic time has given opportunities for artists and cultural activists to involve in the creativity recharging process. The pandemic has strengthened various cultural movements and events that can be used as alternatives in situations that are far from ideal. During this pandemic, some have tried to encourage a minimal lifestyle and eco-friendly design. Others use this momentum to revive abandoned and neglected tradition and forgotten tradition, such as the use of padasan for hygiene, savana dance, and oratory as a mechanism to maintain social integrity and solidarity, and dolanan local games for children. In the midst of pandemic like this, these various events not only function as a safety valve for mental stress, economic decline, and limited mobility, but also serve as a means to deal with the health problems of poor metabolic syndrome. Although these cultural movements occur sporadically and are often not connected to each other, in aggregate, it creates a positive impact on the cultural ecosystem of the Indonesian society. More surprisingly, Corona pandemic has driven artists to create new styles and collaboration fit to modern situation. Among wayang kulit puppeteers, wayang kulit dalang, as explained by Sinam Sutarno, the pandemic has led them to create the so-called Gagrak pandemic, a concise 2 to 3 hours performance staged at the dalang's own house and broadcasted through the internet to all over the world. In a way, thanks to the pandemic, wayang kulit now become a truly global performance. In the same move, community-based art groups such as among the Cipta Gelars in West Java are possible to engage in collaboration with other art groups in digital platform, a situation which will cost a lot of funds and energy if it was to take place in conventional non-digital platform. Of course, there has been a setback. The pandemic has brought a crisis to the education sector, both formal and informal education institutions. At the level of formal education, Antono Venanto highlights the presence of new challenges for ways of producing and distributing knowledge by grounding in a new awareness of what is substantial in the educational process. Technology, educators, and learners and students are important factors in the education process. Formal educational institutions have to be flexible and open with the presence of new technology that allows for a fun and specific targeted, if not custom-created learning process. In non-formal education, Alim Pamungkas emphasized that education must be perceived in a broader perspective because during the pandemic, the education process are tightly embedded in people's everyday activities. Costs that we need to pay. This pandemic have given us the opportunity to stay creative in digital platform. But the opportunity is not distributed evenly among artists and cultural workers. So which art group and who are artists who are capable of adapting and developing and who are unable to make use of the opportunity and who are victimized by the pandemic. So there has been a kind of economic stratification in this new opportunity that not everyone has access to the digital platform. On the second, engagement in digital platform for cultural activities costs money, which in effect leads to accumulation of wealth among internet providers and smart entrepreneurs. Engagement in digital platform during the pandemic brings people closer to the embrace of neo-capitalism, whether we like it or not. As a conclusion, artists and cultural workers in Indonesia are proven to be highly creative. They are resilient enough to deal with the pressure from corona pandemic. Digital platform offered by the internet have helped artists and cultural workers to stay creative and more creative. Yet not everyone have either proper access or will to migrate to the digital world. In reflection, Corona-19 pandemic has pushed us to an era which we previously a bit reluctant to join, the era of digital life. Yet the pandemic will not be with us forever. When it is over, very likely we will be living in a world enriched by digital platform. we will be living in a hybrid, in a combination between online and offline world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Pujo, for the summary, and also thank you very much for the great support from the very beginning until the very end. And I suppose it will be never ending as well, right? Once again, thank you very much, Professor Pujo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite the Director for Cultural Human Resources and Cultural Institutions Empowerment, Directorate General of Culture, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Judi Wahjudin, to give the closing speech. Mr. Judi Wahjudin, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Salam, Om Swastiastu, Nama Budaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu. Dear participants, presenters, plenary speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to express my sincere gratitude to all the participants, presenter, keynote speaker, plenary speaker, and the organizing committee that have made this conference a success. We really appreciate all of the effort to prepare and deliver your great ideas about Indonesian culture. I would also like to express my gratitude for our partner from Faculty of Cultural Studies, Universitas Gadjah Mada, and Koalisi Seni for their full support. The International Conference on Indonesia Culture in 2021, in this time of pandemic as a virtual conference, have connect us with one another from Sabang to Merauke, even globally with other countries. We have carried out 2 keynote speakers, 6 plenary sessions with 13 plenary speakers, 6 panel sessions with 61 presenters. From the keynote session and plenary session, we learn and enrich our knowledge on the state of the art of different studies on Indonesian culture and many best practice and problem we faced during the pandemic of COVID-19. From the panel session, researcher, academic, and practitioner have shared and discussed their latest research. The discussion would have the government in some consideration for policy making and could increase public awareness on the preservation of heritage and the advancement of culture through the pandemic. This year, theme of the resilience of cultural ecosystem during pandemic, and the 6th topic have brought us enlightenment of the importance of shared knowledge and resources, and through connectivity and sustainability it can be widely developed and utilized for the public. Culture is not only connected to identity, character, and cultural resilience, but can also provide positive contribution in the enhancement of public welfare and can even become the indicator of development success. I hope that all of the sessions in the conference would have an impactful effect to the studies of culture in Indonesia. The shared knowledge and the exchange of ideas in the discussion can give insight and contribute to the development of cultural science in the academic world. I also hope that this interdisciplinary conference can encourage the dissemination of research into the public and stakeholders, thus enabling transformation at a local level. The International Conference on Indonesia Culture will be held annually in order to present the state of the art in a culture science concerning Indonesia, which unite the research ecosystem in Indonesia and abroad. Therefore, I look forward to see you next year in Iconic 2022. Your participant and contributing could make a difference for the better future of Indonesian culture. We have reached the end of our little journey in life. From the committee would like to apologize for any inconvenience in organizing the conference. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Santi 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 Om.
Thank you very much, Mr. Judi Wahyudin, for the closing speech. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of Iconic 2021. I do really appreciate everyone's participation today. Thank you so much for your presence, your kind attention, and your great energy. Hopefully this event will bring future benefits for all of us. I am Sekar Sari signing out. Once again, thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Namo Buddhaya. Om Santi Santi Om.